Welcome everyone to our ULT plus performance call. So if you're brand new, you're going to hear more about what that all is. But the reason that we're here and that we're so passionate about sharing is because of really the climate that we live in, the world that we live in, the food climate we live in. We are living in a world where 97 to 99%, depending on the study you look at, of soils are depleted. That means that 97 to 99% of our foods are depleted of the nutrients. That is kind of the whole point of eating food, is to give our body nutrients, and the foods we're eating are devoid of those. So what happens is then 97 to 99% of humans are depleted of the nutrients that are giving life, cellular and life-giving building blocks for thriving, for rebuilding, for regenerating, for repairing, for just living life. And then what that turns into is we have a lot of disease, and we have a lot of people who are undernourished and exhausted and below normal energy levels. And even when we move into the imbalances, it gets into mental imbalances and emotional imbalances. And so what we're here to do is to provide you with solutions. My name is Christina Amon, and I'm joined here in a collective of us who are really passionate about sharing the solutions that we've found with a particular line of superfoods. So if you are somebody who has explored superfoods before or supplements, we're here to tell you this is something unlike anything we've ever found. And my background as a farmer, somebody who has grown our own gardens of our own food for a very long time, I can say honestly, I was skeptical and actually resistant to superfoods and supplements because I wanted to believe that I could grow all my own food or source it locally, and that would be enough. And I did that for a long time and had 2 children. And what I found was this feeling of depletion even applied to me because of the soils and because of I could only grow so much variety as well in my garden. I thought that was a big part of it, and then I learned more about the soil content. So what we have as solutions here really applies to a wide spectrum of humans. On the one hand, we have people like myself who I believed I'm doing everything healthy. I'm already eating organic, I'm growing my own food, I'm juicing, I'm eating a lot of raw vegan food. I'd also dabbled in animal protein diets to kind of figure out, why am I not feeling as optimal as I know I could be? So that's kind of on one end of the spectrum. I thought this is probably as good as it gets. And at my age, at 40 years old, I'm probably just experiencing the beginning of aging, and it's all kind of downhill from here. I didn't have anything acute, but I had mild, brain fog and mild depression and mild aches and pains and mild skin issues and mild digestive issues. So on the other end of the spectrum, we have a large population of people who have actually been completely, I like to use the word hijacked, that their taste buds and what their body's signals have been hijacked, but by an entire industry of chemical food. So you see people lined up at fast food, really plugged into a system of eating food just to feel full and just for the taste sensation, and even maybe the chemical experience of different things that they're putting into their bodies. So this is a real problem when it comes to disease, and these same people are then finding solutions to their problems in more chemicals, more pharmaceuticals, and not really getting to the root of the issue, which is the gut damage that has happened from this over toxified food and under nutrified food. So really empty of nutrients and overflowing with chemicals. Now in the middle, we have probably what most people are in, which is, they're generally know about eating healthy. It's, we've been hearing about that for a long time. They're maybe going to the farmer's market or the health food store, trying to eat organic when they can, trying to follow whatever the latest information is on the best diet, and yet still coming up against diagnoses of ways that they're not feeling great, still coming up against symptoms that are just not optimal to be, for trying to flourish and thrive. And again, so many of the ways that these symptoms show themselves in our modern world, because this food crisis is so prevalent, so much of what we experience is so common that people, many of us, have start to understand it to be normal. So rather than understanding it to be a problem or a deviation from what's possible, we start to accept it. Like, this is the best we can expect. So what we're here to do today is to share with you solutions that we found through these superfoods that exponentially amplify the amount of nutrients that are from the soil. Highly mineralized, regenerated soil are then going into the superfoods, which are then going into your body in a highly bioavailable form, in a form that has maximized the nutrient content, not only from the soil, but also from the way that these foods are low temperature dehydrated, so that there's the maximum amount of nutrients retained. And then when water is added, it essentially is a living food. And so it's very highly deliverable to your body. You feel the energy right away. You notice results within days. And we're watching all kinds of relief and change in health status, from autoimmune issues, hormone imbalances, skin issues, digestive issues, brain fog, energy levels, emotional issues, on and on and on. Thousands, hundreds and thousands of testimonials of people who were not able to find relief in Western medicine nor in any other natural modality, couldn't even often find a diagnosis for what they were experiencing, and then find relief and a change in their health with these superfoods, specifically the ultimate lifestyle transformation with the particular add-ons that we're going to be sharing about today. So that's why we're so passionate. People are seeing results, and it's pure, it's clean, it's from the earth, it's working with our body in the way that our body was designed, which is that food is supposed to be our medicine and medicine is supposed to be our food. And when our soils are depleted, food can't serve that function. And so we're here to shift that. And we're also here to be part of a movement that is helping support regenerative farming, so that more and more soils are being rebuilt and regenerated and remineralized, so that more and more foods around the planet can be considered medicine. So this is why we've all partnered with this company. That's why we're here to share today. And I'm going to first just talk about some of our basic products. So and I'll be joined with some other voices, so stick around. Our very first product, that is kind of probably our most well-known, is called the Power Shake. And this is a shake that it's filled with grasses and algae and superfruits, and is just super alkalizing. It tastes delicious. And when you add the water, like I said, it just becomes this living green drink that also has kind of a slow release mechanism, so that it really gives you energy, sustained energy. And it can be a snack, it can be a meal, depending on your caloric needs, but it's just an incredible staple in a lot of people's lives. That all of this is way beyond organic, and that is just incredible. Like, the amount of energy that you can feel from it just really immediately is sensational. And kids love it too. Another product is our amino acids. So amino acids are really important because that is what the human body uses. The human body doesn't actually take protein to build. It utilizes amino acids from protein. So to be able to get a form that actually bypasses the digestive system, this is pre-digested aminos, They are 99% bioavailable. They go straight into building muscle, into the lymph and blood system, and give you energy within 23 minutes. You're building muscle and getting energy, skin elasticity, building natural collagen. It's actually a brain food, so it's a power. It's a powerhouse, this incredible plant-based amino acids. Another product that is really foundational to our company is Biomedic. And by the way, all of this packaging is biodegradable. And not only is it biodegradable, it's non-GMO biodegradable, meaning it is not coming from GMO corn, which most of the biodegradable plastics out there is. So this is revolutionary hemp, bamboo, and tree sap packaging that you can actually compost in your backyard. So this product, speaking of GMOs, removes glyphosate from the gut. Glyphosate is the key chemical in Roundup, which the company Monsanto/Bayer has done a phenomenal job over many decades convincing the world that this chemical is safe. Safe to humans, safe to animals, safe to the environment. Well, lo and behold, after uncovering many suppressed studies, it turns out this is a water-soluble chemical, which means it has gone completely haywire into our soils, our air, our food system. It's found in organic food. It is found in breast milk and umbilical cords. Essentially, it's everywhere. So the founders of this company, who are so visionary and so mission forward, their entire purpose is to help humanity rise up and thrive. They've always seen this food crisis coming, and they even saw the glyphosate crisis coming. Glyphosate is now being linked to many, many, many cancers, autoimmune diseases, and autism. And it actually damages the gut within 20 minutes of exposure to glyphosate. You're starting to experience leaky gut. So really all of us are experiencing some form of glyphosate poisoning, and some people to high degrees. If they've worked as landscapers, the company itself is having to own up to multi-million-dollar lawsuits that they're losing for how toxic this poison now is, and has been banned in all sorts of other countries around the world. So this is the first and only product that actually pulls the glyphosate, chelates it out of the gut, repairs the gut villi, these little hairs responsible for the absorption and assimilation of our nutrients that get really damaged from glyphosate and antibiotics, and then repopulates probiotics and prebiotics. So this is amazing. Animals can take it, kids can take it, even nursing and pregnant mothers can take it. Like, this is your prophylactic for living on planet Earth in these times. If there was only one product, if somebody was like, I can't do all this, and you said just one little capsule, uncle, this would be the one. And you can open the capsules. It's an herbal formulation. You can sprinkle it on food for your children. This is amazing. People are seeing results within 2 weeks of alleviating autism. Mega stories about people alleviating bloating that they'd had their whole life. And finally, the Biomedic is helping them with that. So our last product of the main, what we call core 4, is this Apothecary. This is a single ingredient tart cherry concentrate. You take it as an elixir before bedtime or a couple hours before bedtime. It helps the body produce, it's the single food on the planet that helps the body produce the most amount of natural melatonin. So you don't want to be taking synthetic melatonin if you have trouble sleeping. This is your jam. You drink this and it helps your body go into its natural REM state. And in that deep state of REM cycle sleep is when your body is repairing all the cells that got damaged during the day. Every day we damage cells from whatever, just living life as a human, but especially if we're using cell phones or have a high stress life in some other way, we want to be repairing those cells at night, and this product helps us do that. So it's anti-aging. It's also helping build collagen and you wake up feeling really refreshed because you got that deep sleep and have more energy for the day. So all of this works synergistically to give you all of the results that I mentioned earlier. We're going to hear some awesome stories coming up. So that's the core four. And when you're doing an ultimate lifestyle transformation, which is a 30-day program where you're eating food, you're not going hungry, you're eating plenty of really good fuel and adding all of these superfoods in to deeply saturate your cells and your organs and your entire body with nutrition while gently, gradually, safely detoxifying. So this is our final component of that 30-day, and this is our super cleanser. This is another herbal formulation that specifically goes into the intestines and helps break up. Most humans are carrying around pounds and pounds of undigested proteins, carbohydrates, fats, just gunk that's sitting there. It can be because of parasites, candida, fungus, like all kinds of things can have been given a conducive habitat in our gut. And so we want to change that habitat so that all those funky things can't live and they can't be holding on to all that gunk. So this herbal formulation is going to go in and break it all up. And we want to be flushing it out with lots of hydrating foods, juices, and our shakes. So that's kind of how the whole 30-day program works. You can customize it if you're an athlete or a mama who need extra calories. You do not need to go hungry. This is about eating and giving to yourself, not about restriction and deprivation. So it is a very nurturing program and therefore very powerful and effective for getting the results that you want to get. We're going to hear some stories soon, but before we do that, I'm going to turn it over to my friend Erica, who's going to tell us about some of the add-ons you can opt in for to enhance your 30-day experience and get even greater results and even greater support. Thank you so much, Erica.
Beautiful. Thank you for that amazing breakdown. The core nutrition that comes in the ultimate lifestyle transformation has truly been just life-changing for me. So I just owe huge gratitude to this amazing superfood line. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about, as Christina said, some of these additional products which you could choose to add into your pack. The first one that I love is called Zinc Aid. And again, in the compostable packaging. So this is really formulated to support natural immunity. And what's unique about it is it's a whole food formula. So there's nothing synthetic in there. The zinc is combined also with sources for vitamin A, C, D, and E. And there's even natural components that help to deliver zinc through the cell wall barriers to really deliver deep absorption of zinc within our cell walls. And it is something that has really come out in the last couple of years to help strengthen immunity, to prevent illness, also to support quicker recovery if you are getting sick. And it's something that is very effective, and it's really helping people to ward off virus. So next option is called our ULT Plus Performance Pack. And the performance products are really special in their ability to support pre and post workout. And for athletes who are looking to do next levels of nutrition and health upgrade, but would like to still be fortified to continue doing daily exercise routines, we have these products which are going to do all of that, help increase energy and stamina and endurance, help support quicker recovery. So one of the ones I'm going to tell you about that is a top favorite is called the Can't Beat This. Again, in our biodegradable Terra pouch. And the Can't Beat This is a delicious beet-based superfood shake. And it is designed as your pre-workout formula. So again, in your performance pack, you're going to get an additional bottle of those super aminos, which Christina told you about. They're incredible. And when you combine the two, that is the best combination to take prior to your workout. It's really going to maximize the gains that you can make during your workout by increasing blood circulation and oxygenation naturally with the nitric oxide found in the beets. And as well, you have like dehydrated coconut water in this shake. So it helps to have balance of electrolytes and hydration. And there's other superfoods in there as well that really support like an even keel energy boost. So there's no spike, there's no crash, there's no taxation on your adrenals or your liver, your kidney to process this. It's just an even, beautiful acceleration of energy. And it's been such a gift in my life. So I'll tell you about that in a minute. But your pre-workout is your can't beat this, your aminos. And you might choose to take another one of these awesome products called the Super Xanthin. So this is a very antioxidant rich capsule product that's formulated from red algae. And what it is known to do is to really lengthen the point at which you hit your max exhaustion in your workout. So it increases endurance, it increases stamina. And at the same time, it's helping to detoxify the body like before, during, and after the workout, because in our workouts, we do have oxidative stress that's happening on the body as the result of exerting ourselves. So this, I like to take one pre and another one post workout, helps to flush the body of the lactic acid, reduce soreness, and support quicker recovery. So that's an amazing product. And it also has some additional benefits. It's very good for skin and eye and hair health. And we know that it's helping to protect from UV radiation damage from the sun. So that's incredible. And as well, your performance pack comes with an amazing post-workout shake. So that is a plant-based MVP sport product, and it comes in chocolate or vanilla flavor. Both are super delicious. And in there, you're going to get 32 grams of plant-based protein. And you're going to get all of this superfood formula that really supports deeper recovery. So there's things like turmeric and black pepper. There's adaptogens that help support your body to better cope with the stress of your workout and get that support that really nourishes the muscles directly after you finish your workout routine, helps to sustain those muscle gains that you made, curb hunger cravings, and provide that readily absorbable plant-based protein while minimizing the stress through having all of those really rich adaptogenic superfoods in the formula as well. So those are some of the main core performance products, and you're going to get two others to try. One is called the Aloe Digest. And this is a beautiful product that both supports better digestion as well as immunity. And it's a really wonderful flavor that you can like combine in some of your shakes. I love to put this with my Can't Beat This. And it has a whole host of benefits that are synergistic with our other superfoods as well. And we have another shake product called our Cocoa Hydrate. So that comes in a pineapple flavor. And it's, again, blended with dehydrated coconut water. And it's really an incredible support for rebalancing electrolytes and hydration. It's really great in a post or pre-workout shake with your Can't Beat This as well. So that's a little bit about what you're going to experience inside your ULT Plus Performance Pack. And I will say that for me personally, these superfoods have made such a difference in my life, to the point that when I first started getting the core nutrition in my life and I tried the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation products, that was 5.5 years ago. I've still been taking these products every day since, because I love what they do for me. And it took me from a state of being in deep, deep depletion postpartum after having 5 babies in 10 years. And it provided me with such sustenance that it really brought me back to life on every level. It got me out of chronic fatigue. It got me out of adrenal burnout and exhaustion. And it turned all the lights back on and really took me out of that nutritional drought to a place of thriving that inspired me to want to see what more was possible. It inspired me to want to start to move my body, to want to deepen in a regular exercise routine. And so now I'm 43 years old, and I've been like daily exercising for years now as a result of this amazing workout, holistic fitness nutrition that really does feel like it puts all the fuel in my tank to keep me going and to inspire this as a lifestyle. So I love these products. I'm going to save room for other testimonials to come in. But the last thing I want to share today is that When you choose to partner in this experience with our community, to order your nutrition and to choose a health reset for yourself, we have a beautiful way that our community is going to offer support. And we welcome people to join us inside a Mighty Network support group, which is a private app. And inside there, you'll just have 24/7 access, ongoing. We have amazing tools in there from a wide community. It's a place where you can ask questions. There's a whole forum experience if you want to learn from others or share the joy or the inspiration or accountability. And you're also going to find a whole beautiful resource library of recipes, of detox support videos, of workouts, meditations, things like Qigong. So the list is endless. It's a beautiful place to feel like you're not just doing this on your own, but that you have a whole community to enrich and support you as well. So thank you for inviting me to share today. I look forward to seeing more people join our transformation community, and it's a joy to be here with you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Erica. And stick around. We're going to hear a couple of stories, and then I'm going to wrap it up with and show you exactly what it all costs and how you can get started. So our first testimonial, Robert, take it away. Tell us what's happened for you and maybe even your partner.
Hey, everyone. Yeah, thank you so much for having me. This is such an amazing conversation, and I've become so passionate over this last year or so since implementing these superfoods and these protocols into my life. So yeah, it did start with my partner. She's had Lyme's disease since she was about 12 years old. And 3 or 4 years ago, she was in a pretty bad car accident, and it reactivated her symptoms, which were dormant for a while. And she was having really debilitating joint pain every day. She would have hives that would just show up all over her body, really itchy hives, foggy mind, could barely sleep, could really, she wasn't living a functional life at all. She could barely get upstairs without pain. And she went from doctor to doctor to doctor, specialist to specialist, at least 9 or 10 over a 2-year span, because it took a while to get appointments for each one, and no one was able to help. And it was, really discouraging and disheartening, and we didn't know what to do. And we've been eating well and doing the meditation and yoga and all the, things that we're supposed to be doing, yet she was experiencing these symptoms still. And then she did one of these 30-day ultimate lifestyle transformations. And I was very skeptical. Like you alluded to, Christina, when you started, it was like, supplements? No, like I'm just going to eat fruits and vegetables. I'm not going to put powders in my body. I don't need that. And within days, her symptoms started to disappear. And within, the first like 12 or 15 days, they were gone. And it's been a year and a half, and she's had like a couple flare-ups here and there, but it is night and day compared to what it was. And I witnessed this firsthand. So it wasn't someone trying to, tell me about products and say, hey, you should try this. I actually witnessed it with my own eyes. So then I decided to do a 30-day transformation as well. And almost immediately I started to feel the difference. The detoxification was gentle and easeful, and I just started to feel more energy and more clean and more vibrant and alive than I ever have. And I've been on this, spiritual journey for about 10 years now, and went vegetarian and vegan, have done many different things, but there's a huge difference with the Purium products because of the soil health and how the last 25 plus years, the farms have been actively regenerating soil and using completely organic practices, and using spring water and crop rotation and all the things that are necessary to ensure that biodiverse soil health, which then of course the products we are growing in those soils are very diverse in nutrition. And, I've not missed a day in the last year and a half without these products, as well as the fitness products, because I'm an athlete. I love to work out and exercise. And I just feel so fueled when I drink the Can't Beat This. Within 20, 30 minutes, I get this boost of energy that I couldn't get anywhere else. I used to drink coffee. I was a huge coffee drinker. And I would get the crash, I would get the jitters, the acidosis was building up, and I didn't realize how bad it was for me until I started to alkalize with these products. And then naturally, I stopped having the cravings for coffee and for sugars and things that were not really supporting my health. And yeah, I mean, I can go on and on about all of this. Just overall, I would say that these products have changed my life, and I've witnessed them change many other lives in different ways. And if you're someone that is thinking about doing a cleanse and really optimizing your health in very simple and supportive ways with community support, as Erica was saying, now is a perfect time. So definitely reach out to, whoever invited you here, and we're all here to support you. Thank you all.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Robert. Powerful testimonial. And we have one more. Julie, tell us your story. Your story is quite out there.
Yeah, I will try to keep it brief. Thanks for having me. So last I think it was last June, I had just what they thought was a regular corneal abrasion on my eye. My toddler had stepped on my face after being at the park. So there was something on the bottom of the shoe, scratched my eye. I had to go have it looked at, and they gave me antibiotics for it. And within 2 weeks, the eye was just like swollen shut and seeping brown liquid. And I knew it was more than a corneal abrasion. So, little backstory, depleted mother, single mom with a toddler, and thinking I'm eating healthy, but clearly I wasn't. My body was not able to fight this infection. It got really bad. And so I went back and they said, you know what, the antibiotics don't look like they're really cutting it. We're going to give you some steroids. And I'm like, oh no, like I'm very holistic. So I don't really like taking things like that, but it was my eye, it was my vision. I had lost at that point 75% of my vision in my left eye. So this was serious business. I went and got the steroids, and the steroids made my eye open. I still didn't have my vision, but my body began to feel stronger again. So I was very excited. But what was happening is the steroids were actually feeding the infection, and they didn't realize that. So it started to get better, and then it got really, really bad, where I was like pulling over. I was having seizures in my left eye, throwing up from pain, and I knew something was, I went and saw a specialist. I was like, okay, this is bad. So they ended up doing a culture of the eyeball, and the results came back that I had a very rare species of mold growing on my eye that was very close to my brain, which would have been meningitis if it got to the brain. So I always call this story death by toddler because he had something on the bottom, some natural matter was on the bottom of his shoe from the park that had mold on it, which anyway, when it got in the eye. So they said there was like, we only have 20 cases of a year like this. This is crazy. Stop taking the steroids. The steroids are feeding your infection. And I was like, no, I had already been on them for like 2 weeks. So we're going on 4 or 5 months of me walking around with my eye completely swollen shut. Super light sensitive, can't go outside. I'm wearing like an old pair of prescription glasses with sunglasses over top. I was a contact lens wearer. In addition to the pain, the discomfort, and the fear of never getting my vision back, my whole system was completely inflamed. Suddenly my gut was like all the way out to here. And it wasn't from overeating. It was, inflammation, probably from the steroids, I'm guessing. I had fibroids that were detected at birth, but they never caused me any issues. Well, they were getting inflamed from whatever was happening in my body. And it was like beyond scary. I mean, first of all, I was walking around like a cyclops monster, and I'm like trying to raise my kid, and I can't go outside, and I couldn't drive. And then all of a sudden I'm like 3 dress sizes bigger than I normally am. And I'm trying to lead workshops and teach meditation. And I'm like, this is just not working right now. Intuitively, I knew that what they were doing for me was not working. And I woke up one day and I was like, okay, it's time to take my health in my own hands. And I'm like, I don't know why I haven't done something holistic to begin with, but like I said, it was my eye, it was scary, it was vision. So they were giving me these antifungal drops that were so toxic, and I couldn't bear to put them in my eye anymore. And they were costing me like $500 for these little vials. And I'm like, screw this. And I've been chatting with a mom friend of mine in Puerto Rico where I live. And she just said, Julie, you need to make your system alkaline. If you make your system alkaline, fungus and inflammation and disease can't survive in those conditions. And a light bulb went off. All my pre-holistic training and everything that I knew, I was remembering going, you're right, I needed to be alkaline. And I'm like, maybe I should do a cleanse. It's time to do a detox. Like, it was very clear. And I reached out to her because I knew she was involved with this. And I didn't even question her protocol that she sent me. She was a friend and she's an awesome mother who's a farmer. And I'm like, this girl knows what's up. I'm not even going to question it. And I did my first ULT, my first 30-day protocol. And within a week, my eye was open. Within 2 weeks, I was getting vision coming back. There was scar tissue over the cornea. That was really what was getting in the way of me seeing properly for a while. But my body was able to start healing itself because I was getting the proper nutrients, just filling my cells every day. Not to mention, I was like losing postpartum pounds that I've been trying to work off forever. I mean, I'm a yogi, I'm a surfer, I'm an athlete. I've been a vegetarian my whole life. Like, I was eating healthy, but I was depleted from motherhood, and so the body was just not able to fight this thing off. And by the end of the 30 days, I mean, my vision was completely healed. My fibroids had been completely dismantled. When I went and got an ultrasound, and they were like, whoa, they were very confused. Even the eye doctor, the eye specialist, was very confused. He's like, this takes years for people to heal. What did you do? Are you still taking the antifungal drops? And I'm like, no. I'm like, you should tell your patients they should become alkaline, and I told them the whole thing. So, my gratitude for this protocol is beyond. And I'm still, to this day, like, I can't go a day without my Power Shake and my aminos. And I love all the products. I give them to my son. I mean, they're part of this is what we spend our money on. These are our groceries. You know what I mean? Like, I'm all about filling myself with nutrients. Like, yeah, if I want to throw down a pizza, I can, but like, it's not about that. It's not about starvation. It's about getting the nutrients that our cells are starving for. And when our body is functioning properly, yes, it can heal itself. Yes, it can ward off disease and inflammation and all those things. So I'm so grateful. And I'm also so grateful for the community and everything I'm learning just from being part of the community, and to feel good. Like, I'm 42 and I have a toddler, and it can be a lot, and so I just feel grateful that I have the energy to like surf and do all the things I love to do again, and that I got my vision back, most importantly. But I'm glad all this happened, or I never would have found Purium. I would never have found this community. So I'm just grateful for all of it. Thank you.
So amazing. And so amazing that there's a cleansing program that even mamas can do, right? When she got that message of get alkaline, a lot of us think, oh my gosh, I have to starve myself in order to heal. At least I was in that place earlier. And to find something as a mama, who moms are depleted, right, from all that nursing and gestation and giving birth. So many moms are, to find something that's going to deeply nourish us while pulling out the stuff that isn't serving and getting the body alkaline is revolutionary. So congratulations, Julie, and thank you for sharing. So let me tell you exactly how you can get started. You heard about our 3 different packs. Our best value has all of it, right? It has the 30 days of nutrition and detoxification plus the athlete's products. That package is going to cost you $17 a day for that 30 days, which comes out to $525. Many people save money on their grocery bill because of all the stuff they're no longer investing in and choosing to invest in their health instead. And secondly, because we don't need to eat as much, our stomachs don't require as much when we're actually getting what the body really needs. Our next pack is the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation, Nutrition and Detox plus Immune. So plus that zinc aid, that's $364. And then we have just the 30 days of nutrition and detox for $329. Now, all of these packages are going to get shipped right to your door, and you can join our support system. You can also invite people to do it with you. You can build an income stream with this and join us. If you're one of those people who feels passionate about helping more people get health, more people to divest from the chemical food systems and the chemical pharmaceutical systems into, like Julie said, taking health into their own hands, We are a disruptor industry. And if that lights you up, then get with a person who's sharing this with you to learn more about how for no additional cost, you can get a business in a box. You get a gift code that you can then share with other people and start to build an income that can cover the cost of your products all the way up to becoming a 6-7 figure unlimited residual income stream. So thank you everybody so much for being here today. And if you're watching the replay, taking this information in, being inspired, sharing it with more people, and let's do this. We have a beautiful planet and a beautiful human race to support, and together we rise. Thanks to all of our speakers as well.